So the other day, I visited the ride. That's right, the ride at Six Flags. And since the Lego store near there was like 20 minutes away, me and my buddy said, hey, let's go to the Lego store. So I saw this big guy, $50. I thought it was exclusive to the Lego house in Denmark. Apparently not. It's in every Lego store. And honestly, for $50, it's really good. I actually really like it. For some reason, I like it a lot more than I thought it was going to, which isn't to say I didn't like it at first, but hey, I really like it. But that was $50, and I ended up spending $100+ dollars. So what did I spend the other $50 plus dollars on? Well, that's the answer. Power functions. So last year for my birthday, I bought myself this Ferris wheel, and to be honest with you, I've really enjoyed it as a set. It's a solid set. The crank feature is something that I think works really well. I've never really had a set that has really done this before. So, you know, I've enjoyed it personally, but I've always wondered, you know, what if I put power functions up to it? So that's what I decided to do. So, honestly speaking, the last time that I actually interacted with power functions was well over a decade ago with this passenger train from Lego City. I mean, it got the job done. Power functions was always pretty simple to control. You attach these things to the power box, and, you know, the train went forwards or backwards depending on how you use the controller. Apparently, now it got a bit more complicated. There's Bluetooth involved now, and it's fucking expensive. Yeah, no shit, Lego is expensive, but this was even a little pricey for me. But I was so dedicated to this that I bought these two anyway. So the first thing up is the $35 basic battery box. And the reason I say basic is because the other ones apparently come with Bluetooth, because that's a thing now. You'd think for $35 you'd actually be able to kind of use it out of the box, or, you know, the batteries that you need for it would be included. The 6 AAA batteries are not included. Neither is the tiny screwdriver you would have to buy. Thankfully, I had one on hand when I used my 3DS back in the day. You also can't really use the switches out of the box, which is kind of stupid. There were buttons on the old one, if I remember that correctly, so you could use that, you know, once you put the batteries in it, but not for this one. Thankfully, I had spare pieces laying around, but if you don't have spare pieces to make a lever like this, you're kind of fucked. The other one was the $15 motor. I remember the more cylinder-like motor, which, you know, just for nostalgia reasons I like, but this one works well as well. Yeah, it's a motor, it goes, it connects, and it works out of the box as long as you have a battery box, which, I mean, makes sense. So yeah, the first experiment that I did was just hooking it up to the base model, taking off the winch, and just hooking it up like that. Obviously, it didn't stabilize for very long. It fell off, which means I had to kind of build a base for the motor. I took a couple 2x4s, attached it there, and it was stable enough. It still moves around, but it actually stabilized a bit more. I just also want to add that this model has been in like a storage bin in my attic for like a few months, so it may seem a little stiff, and this also goes like really fast. What I liked with the old one is that you had, with the controller, at least for the train, you can kind of control the speeds. I don't know if you can do that with this, or if that's what the Bluetooth one is for. Yeah, so what I have found out now, basically having this somewhat stable base for the motor, is that I'm gonna have to like completely overhaul this model if I want to keep it going consistently. So that means I'm gonna have to redo the bottom a bit, just to kind of, and I'm gonna need an axle going to the back, because I'd rather in the back than, you know, in the front. Hi, yeah, it's been like a month since I recorded all that footage. That was back in July, I think. Yeah, it's August now. Yeah. So I haven't really done anything with this model, with the power functions. Yeah, I know I spent a lot of money on it, but yeah. I would have to completely reconstruct it, actually. So if you kind of see it, you'd have to completely like reconstruct the bottom. And to be honest with you, for a video that I just kind of wanted to do for dumb, stupid fun, just to make another YouTube video on this channel, yeah, it was a lot. And as you can kind of tell, this is not at the top of my priority list. I have a few other things that might be part of the priority list that I probably should have gotten done like 2 years ago, and I still haven't.